Hi, everyone. Hopefully, you're doing well and staying safe. This week, I have the pleasure of interviewing Krista, the amazing owner of Just Peach Apparel. So, let me welcome her and we'll show you what she does.
I couldn't be more excited to talk about one of my favorite topics, and that's clothes. Tell me, what do you do?
So I started my brand back in June. That's when I officially started getting the word out, started doing photo shoots and stuff like that. So I guess you can say I'm a pandemic business. I started during the pandemic.
Yay.
Still fairly new. I focus on street apparel, so like tracksuits, graphic t-shirts. That's just where I am right now. I guess you could just say it's like street, but eventually I want to like bring some chic into it because I feel like I like comfort personally, but I also like to be able to like dress up as well.
This business started in the pandemic. Can you tell me what was the transition? Like, why did you start this business?
Okay. So I feel like there was a couple of reasons why I started. So I feel like the first initial reason why I started, but didn't actually start, was I had bleached one of my track pants. Okay. And these were like the Nike Tech Fleece track pants. So everyone knows those are not cheap. And I was just like, oh my gosh, I ruined my pants. What am I gonna do? I gotta fix this. So I was just like, okay, I'm gonna try to find like some clothing dye, so that I can like try to get it back and then maybe like add to it and stuff like that. Okay, went on Walmart. They were trying to sell it for like $40. I'm like, absolutely not. This is only supposed to cost $10. What's going on here? Amazon, same thing. Everything was like overpriced. So I was just like, that's not the route that I can go. So I was just like, okay, what if I do like vinyl print over it? So that was like something that I was thinking about. But I feel like the main thing that actually brought me here was I needed a distraction from like something personal that was going on in my life. And the second thing was me and my two friends. We went out. We did like a photo shoot for her birthday, and I saw the pictures afterwards, and I was just like, that would look nice on like a graphic T-shirt. So I had sent it out to someone, got it back in the mail, and I was just like, okay, I like it, but I don't think it's done yet. So I guess that's how it kind of started. And then I started adding to that shirt, and then just like seeing the end result of it, I was just like, wow, I think this is what I want to do.
So this started off kind of like therapy. It was
Yeah.
kind of like just therapeutic, something to do. I definitely had one of those in the beginning waves of COVID as well. And that was working out. So I'm happy that you started something that will actually generate income. That is spectacular. So, can you expand on that a little more? It's amazing that this was kind of a love, a hobby, a passion that was therapeutic. Can you tell me, for this being something that just lifted your spirit, what are people loving the most that you sell? What's your most popular product?
So my bestseller right now is actually my second design that I did.
Mm.
It's the Toronto Drip Joggers. It's very detailed. Like there's some like questionable things that were on there where my printer was just like, why is this there? That shouldn't be there, and I was just like, no, going there, like it has to be there. I did have some problems with it. So like certain positions, like where I had things were like on the seam and stuff like that. And you can't do certain stuff with that with like certain prints. So I had to find like alternatives. So I was just like, okay, instead of doing like a vinyl print or a screen print on a seam, let me just like get a whole patch. So by doing
Mm.
that also helped me up my quality. So that was pretty cool too. And it's a great detail because people love it.
Have you always been more geared to being artistic?
I feel like I'm a creative in general, but I feel like when people see me, they normally mention like, like my style from like even when I was a child, like they always thought that I was very stylish. I have a couple of like people that I've like ran into, and they're like, oh yeah, like I'd love for you to style me and stuff like that. Are you a stylist and stuff like that? So I was never like confident in myself to do that, because I feel like it's even hard for me to dress myself sometimes.
How do people get a hold of you and your fabulous business?
Okay. So right now I'm on Instagram, and I also have a website. My Instagram is at justpeach.boutique. My website is www.justpeach.ca.
So, very last question. I know that your apparel is fairly unique. What makes you come up with the designs that you have?
My thought process behind my designs, I feel like it's based off of my emotions.
Mm,
Um, so I can give you an example. My off day like set, it's an orange hoodie and blue jogger pants. I feel like that day I was literally just in my printer's shop, and they weren't ready for me to start like designing. So they gave me a pen and a paper, and they were like, okay, start working on like, start like sketching some stuff. So it was literally just a pen on a paper. So I feel like most of my design, I still feel like people can still like connect to it. You can still relate to it, because everyone has like days where they're not necessarily feeling like themselves, or, you know, I have like a recent one that I'm about to drop, this one. So I started to get my details, because one thing with Just Peach, I like to keep my details going and stuff. So this one on the front, it says optimist. So like if someone's like an optimist, then, or optimistic, they'll be able to relate to that. This one here, it's like holy grail. So like, if you have like a calling or something like that, like make sure like you seek it through type of thing. So,
absolutely. It's like the art of affirmations.
mhm.
I love that. Well, thank you so much for everything you do. It was amazing learning more about you and your wonderful business.
Thank you.
If
Thanks for having me.
my pleasure. As always, please like, comment, and share. But even more importantly, support local and go check her out. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Chaunyce.
My pleasure.